My people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ezinnemwilliams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay guys, another fight broke out in the Big Brother Naija season 10 house. Yes, this will be the fourth fight that is happening in the house because of food. Yeah, I told you guys that if there's anything that's going to be causing issues in that house, it will be that kitchen and it will be food. This time around, this fight is between Kaybobo and Koyin, the gentle giant and the last born of the house. Now, what exactly happened? We do not actually know. Yes, it might sound absurd, but we actually didn't see how these things happened, how this thing played out, because the camera was in another part of the house, and when the whole thing had escalated, that was when the camera panned over to them. So a lot of us were asking the question, what is it that caused this issue? Because when the camera panned over to the kitchen, we saw Rude Boy holding Koyin, who was screaming, "How dare you call my papa? How dare you call my papa?" You know, that kind of thing. And we're like, what exactly is happening here? And then on the other end, holding a knife, is Kaybobo saying, "Come, what you feed, what do you feed do? What do you feed do? Do your worst," you know, that kind of a thing. And we were all confused. Now, at some point, the guys had to like take Koyin away from there because, yeah, having him there would surely escalate the issue more. Then they started asking the questions that we all wanted to know. What happened? Now, this is Kaybobo's version of what had happened between him and Koyin. Now, he was making dinner for reroll, and because the food is not ready yet, some of them decided to have noodles. That is Koyin and Victory. Both of them were supposed to like eat together, but Koyin was like, he is so famished, he's so hungry. Eating that noodles, you know, sharing it with Victory is not gonna be enough. Victory was like, you know what, you can have my own portion of it. So that is Koyin having noodles meant for two people. But Koyin was like, this, you know, still won't be enough. I want to cook my own food. I want to make my own noodles. And that was where Kaybobo was like, you know, we are cooking here. Just have this one and wait just like everyone else. Now, this is Kaybobo's version of the whole matter. Now, Koyin was really, really mad, and he was like, no, right? He did not accept whatever it is that Kaybobo was saying to him. And that was where Kaybobo had to say, you know what, who be your papa? Now your papa get Lagos. That was what he said. Now your papa get Lagos. And immediately he said that Koyin lost it. That was where the camera, you know, that was when the camera panned over and we saw what we saw. Now, when I heard that version, I'm like, now Koyin is being overly dramatic, because what is this? Why would you, you know, just lose it just because somebody said, now your papa own Lagos, right? Now, when the camera went to where Koyin was in the garden, obviously, Mensa was there, Mensen was there, you know, Telma was also there, and he was like very, very agitated. He was rolling back and forth on that swing. He was crying. This is the second time that Koyin is actually crying in that house. The first one was earlier in the day when he was missing his mom. Now, this time around, he was like, no, call my papa, no, call my papa. I'm like, Is it because he said, now your papa own Lagos? Even other housemates were like perplexed. Like, is this, what exactly is the issue here? And he couldn't even make any coherent utterance, you know, to let us know what exactly is going on. So the camera had to go back to Kaybobo explaining this thing over and over again. Now, in comes Victory. Remember, it was Victory and Koyin that was supposed to have that food. Now, Victory came in and was like, you know, try. That's the man right there. How dare you call his father? And Kaybobo was like, for what he said to me, I had to say, now your papa own Lagos. Like, which one is, you know, you see what I would do, you know, that kind of a thing. And Victory was like, you are not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to say that. I'm like, see, I know that Kaybobo is annoying, right? But at this point, it's not making sense to me. This whole thing is not balancing to me in my ears, because if the only thing that Kaybobo had said was, now your papa own Lagos, should not be the thing that's causing the issue. Then Faith, trying to be the mediator in all of this, came into the situation to ask Kaybobo, what exactly did you say to this guy? And Kaybobo had repeated the same thing he has been saying from the get-go. And Faith was like, you know what, let me go and hear from him to know exactly what he heard. Because Kaybobo had already told them that it looks like Koyin was already agitated. He was already getting, you know, edgy and all, even before that whole incident happened. So Faith was like, you know what, let me go back and hear from him what actually he heard you say, because maybe, just maybe, what he heard was your papa, and that was the only thing he heard. Now, when Faith went to ask Koyin, it was much more calm, but not really 100% calm, like let's just say 50% calm. And that was when Faith asked him, what exactly did you hear Kaybobo say to you? He did not reply. And Faith was like, you know what? He said he told you now your papa owned Lagos. That was the only thing he said. And Koyin was like, no, that's not it. He called my papa. He said now my papa or something of that sort. And both, Bright Morgan and Faith were like, maybe you didn't hear the full sentence. Maybe the only thing you heard was that papa side, and that was it, and that was where you flared up. Now, as that conversation was going on, Tega was coming to have a conversation with him, and Thelma said to Koyin and said, don't entertain Tega's conversations. I'm like, okay, what exactly is going on in this house? And that was where Tega was like, you know what, you guys are G's. Look at Rude Boy and Kucho, how they were able to sort out their differences. Maybe you guys should also sort out your differences and all of that. And also that Kaybobo wanted to come apologize, and Koyin was like, I'm not going to meet him. I'm not going to meet him for any apology. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. Also, Koyin was not the only one that was getting agitated because of food, because in that Danfo area, Isabel and Imisi were already talking about this whole incident. They were like, you see what we are saying? When we were talking about this last night, about this whole caging of the kitchen, people were like thinking that we wanted drama or we wanted a fight. Now see, it's like they are gatekeeping the kitchen, and people can't even eat what they want to eat. On the other hand, we also had Dede, who was also complaining to the head of house, Jason, saying this doesn't make any sense. Like, why can't we cook what we want to eat? That she is famished, she is hungry, and the thing is that she is seeing the food, but she cannot make the food. Like, it just doesn't make any sense that these people are gatekeeping the kitchen, right? Also, Koyin has said that Kaybobo told him that you cannot make any food in this kitchen. And Thelma said that he has said that same thing before, earlier in the day. Now, this whole thing is given, why can't we eat what we want to eat in Big Brother's house? Why are you policing how we eat? Now, this is what I think about this whole situation. I feel like, number one, Koyin kind of overreacted. Not even kind of, I feel like he overreacted. I'm not against men crying or anybody crying. I feel like it's actually, if you want to cry, express yourself, let it all out, it's fine. But I feel like him, just like what Mensa had told him, when people know that any little thing can trigger you, they will keep pushing. This is Big Brother's house. People want to get ahead. So I think he should get a grip on his emotions. Let it out, but still don't make people think that this is your weakness. You are showing your opponents your weakness. It doesn't make any sense. Kaybobo can really be annoying, but then again, seeing that the only thing he had said so far was, now your papa get Lagos, I don't think that's something that should, get that kind of reaction. It might just be how Faith has said it. The only thing that Koyin heard was your papa, and he just lost it. I mean, a lot of us can't stand it when our parents are involved in fights. So I understand where Koyin is coming from, but I also think he overreacted. Now, I feel like when it comes to the kitchen, there's no right way to handle things in the kitchen. I guess that's why during their season, the Shine Your Eye season, when Perry was head of house, he literally had to start sharing food. Same way what happened in No Lose God season. I think that's the best thing they can do now. Imagine if they lose the wager, it's going to be worse. But I'm not going to lie, I am not complaining. I love the drama, enjoying every second of it. Like, these guys, a lot is happening in that house, a lot that a lot of people are not even seeing. Aside from that, Dede also has become a topic of conversation because, during the head of house challenge or head of house challenger, she got, I think she was the second. Yes, she beat Rude Boy's record, and she was the second before the head of house Jason came and beat the record and retained his head of house position. Congratulations to him. Now, when that happened, she hugged Morgan, Bright Morgan. Like, the hug was so beautiful. Now, Kola saw that, and Kola was mad about that. See, Dede is going to cause issues in that house, and I am here for it because we already know Jason is interested in Dede. Kola, the way he's going about it, I mean, he had a conversation with Joanna and Doris complaining about Dede not hugging him, and for a guy to complain about that again and again, that shows that he's interested in that babe. There's nothing you people are going to tell me. I feel like Kola is interested in her. And also we have, Morgan, Bright Morgan. So, interesting times ahead. The ladies are already, giving gossip behind each other. First it was Sabrina talking about, oh, she understands the packaging that Dede wants to do. Then we have Joanna saying, oh, can't you see the guy was embarrassed? Then, Doris, okay, it's about to be an interesting house. Let me know what you think about all this shenanigans that went down in the house so far in the comment section. On that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Until I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Ezinnemwilliams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead.